What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to be talking about how you should stop making these types of low content books. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, we're going to be talking about making certain types of low content books and how you should not be making these types of low content books. Now, let's go over to Amazon just here. Because when I say stop making these types of books, I'm not talking about any specific type of book. What I mean is there's a lot of people out there creating books that really should not be creating books. Now, if you have no idea about a book, a niche, and your design skills aren't very good, then please do not go and publish books. You need to get better at your research, your designs, and you really need to understand who your demographic is, who are the people you're actually creating that book for. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just pulled up some examples of some books because I really want to go through these so you can fully understand that you should not be creating books if, again, you don't understand the niche and your designs aren't very good. Now, if any of these books that I've pulled up as an examples are your books, I'm sorry about that, but again, these books really should not be published. Now, here's the first example. We're going to go with colouring books. Again, because there's a lot of colouring books out there that really shouldn't be published. Now, let's go through some of these examples. So, first example, the Ultimate Stocking Stuffer Toddler Christmas Colouring Book. Now, in my opinion, this doesn't even look like a colouring book. That's the problem that I'm seeing. There's far too many people trying to publish books that they really shouldn't be publishing. This does not look like a colouring book. Again, it doesn't even look like a colouring book for toddlers. It just looks like you've got some graphic and then whacked some other graphics on top of that graphic and then whacked a font on. There's no design skills that has really gone into this. And there's one thing I did want to point out on this one. If we go to here, so this is a toddler Christmas colouring book. Yep, the Ultimate Stocking Stuffer. But if we go down to here, it says for Anthony, which I don't understand, the best daddy, your sacrifices do not go unnoticed. So right here, this is saying this is for daddy, but if we look just here, it's a Christmas colouring book for toddlers. So with this is going to leave a bad customer experience and it could lead to negative reviews. But my point being, this cover just here doesn't even look like a colouring book. Now I've got another example just here. Again, does not look like a colouring book. I could barely read that writing and it's just not designed. If you create books like this, you're going to find it extremely hard to make sales. You could have done all the best keyword research in the world, but if your cover's like this, you're going to struggle to make those sales. Now I've got another example just here for a colouring book. This is Animals of Maine, colouring and puzzle book. So this is kind of a crossover, a colouring book and a puzzle book, but if we look on the front cover, it's not enticing. It doesn't pop. There's nothing on the front cover to say that it's really about animals colouring, because look, we have a picture of, this looks like a lighthouse with trees around it near the seaside. But it's animals, so there's no animals on this cover. There's just one font and it's a really weird green. So again, this is not going to make sales. Now, if we go back over to here, where I've typed in colouring books over here on Amazon, if we go through the first page, you can really see why they're on the first page. You can understand why these get sales because they're good quality covers. They're professionally designed. If we go back over to one of these examples, this does not look professionally designed. Same with this one and this one. They are really amateur covers. So if you're creating books like this with hardly any design skills, especially colouring books, again, it's going to be really hard to make sales. Because if we go back to this first page on colouring books, these covers pop. They pop off Amazon. They entice you to go through, click and take a look. If you're publishing books like this, you clearly do not have the design skills yet. I say yet because everybody can learn, but you haven't got the design skills yet to actually make good sales. Now, one thing I do want to note really quick, and that's just about the LCB Vault, one of our main courses. Now, what I want to talk about really quick is just that Black Friday is literally just round the corner. Now, because it's just round the corner, we are going to be having our Black Friday sale, and it's going to start from Tuesday. So if that's something that you're interested in, keep an eye out for all of our videos, our emails, and our Facebook posts. Now, back over to here. The second book that I just want to go through as well is activity books, because I've got a few examples that I also want to go through. Now, here we are. I've pulled up this one, Christmas Fun activity book. Now, there's a lot wrong with this, especially with their title and their subtitle, but this book, this really doesn't look like an activity book, because look at the design. It's just not up to scratch. The font just does not look good. They've used the same font there, here and there, and it's supposed to be an activity book. This does not look like an activity book. This just looks like a 6-year-old has just put something together. Heck, my nephew could actually design something better than this. Now, just because you don't have design skills yet doesn't mean that you can't get them further down the line. You just need to practice your design skills and create a lot more books. Now, to get better at something, you do it through repetition. Repetition and doing it on a daily basis. Practice, practice, practice. You need to practice creating better designs and get better at designing, and that way you'll make more sales. Now, even if you are practicing and trying to get better, you don't have to publish the books that you create. You can just use them as practice. But again, this just really does not look like an activity book. If I saw this, if I was looking for an activity book to buy, if I saw this, I really wouldn't buy it, because it just does not look very professional. Now, I've got another one up just here. This is a Cars activity book. I Spy, ABC, Colouring, Scissor Skills, 3 to 5, Planes, More, Children's Puzzles. This title or subtitle is severely keyword stuffed, and I'd stay away from that. Yes, this has one review, a really good review, but if we look again at the design, it just doesn't look very professional. It looks like a kid has made this cover. And if your covers don't look very professional, again, you're going to find it extremely hard to make sales. Now, there's a lot of people publishing books, publishing colouring books, activity books, notebooks. When they haven't really done any research, they don't really understand who they're creating the book for, and they don't have hardly any design skills. Now, when I first started, I didn't have any design skills at all, but I practiced practically every day, and I got better and better every time that I practiced. That's all that everything comes down to, learning and trying to get better at every aspect of this business, and designs play a big part in that, because again, if your designs don't look very professional, you're going to find it extremely hard to make sales. Now, let's go back to here where I pulled up activity books. Let's have a look at the first page, just so you can see how professional activity books should be. Look at this. This looks very, very professional. Now, if we scroll down some more, we can see some really nice. This doesn't look very good, very professional, but this has been online since 2018, and it was one of the first types of books like this. So if you're first to market with a new concept, you're going to make a killing. Anyway, let's just keep scrolling through these just so you can see a few more. Professional, professional, very professional. If we go back to here and take a look at this, not very professional, not very professional. So you can see why people tend to not make very many sales. Now, I've got one more example, or two more, which I want to go with, and that's for notebooks. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is just typed in dog notebook. I went through and found a couple of examples that don't look very good. First one, this one. I really don't understand this either. The notebook with a dog on every page for yellow lab lovers. That should have just been put in the description, not as your title. And look at this, £14.97, or $14 should I say, $14.97 for this. Now this just again doesn't look very professional, and it doesn't look like a notebook. It looks more like some type of book. Now I've got one more just here, and this is German Shepherd notebook. People search this is a niche that people do buy in. But if we look at the notebook cover, again, it just doesn't look very professional. We have the image, the graphic, which is actually a photo of a German Shepherd. But then look at this font. The font doesn't really look that great, and it's not even centered on the page. So again, design skills are not very good. If we go back over to Amazon just here and look on the first page for dog notebooks, you can really see the difference. Some of these look really good, and that's why they got 15 reviews, 25 reviews, 33 reviews, because the designs look better. Now, Just a Girl Who Loves Dogs has been done a million times, so stay away from that. But we can see on the front page, the books look good. So you're going to find it extremely hard to make sales when you create covers like this. Now, when it actually comes to creating covers, there's a few different main principles that I always use. When you're building or making your covers, it only comes down to a few main principles. Now, if you want to understand what those principles are, come through and watch this video. What I'll do is link it right there, right now, in the right-hand corner. Now, with this video, it's how to create a KDP no content book cover with Canva. The principles that I use for the foundation of building my covers, you can use on any type of low, no content book. So come through, watch this. Again, I've linked it in the right hand corner, so it's a little bit easier for you to come through and watch. But again, if you take anything away from this video, just know that you need to get better at designing. If we take a look here, designs are what sell. I actually did a video yesterday, all about, no, not yesterday, the day before, all about how the biggest factor in selling your books is your covers. You want to get better at designing, and if you can't actually get better at designing, or you have no interest in designing covers, outsource it. Hire someone, hire a professional designer to create your covers. That way you don't have to learn. Now with me, I enjoy creating covers, and that's why I create them and don't outsource them, because I enjoy the process of actually creating the books. All the books that I create, I have fun and I enjoy creating. That's why I create them. But if you don't have any design skills and you have no idea about the book type, the research, the demographic, or anything like that, then please do not go and publish books. There's too many people out there publishing books that they really have no idea about, and it shows. It shows on their listing on Amazon, it shows in their titles and subtitles and covers and descriptions. It shows that you have no idea how to create a book for that demographic. Put in the research, learn about designing, and everything will get better for you. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.